but I do want to get into some of these screenshots here that I got. So this
Oh,
is
God.
here we go. So somebody sent something here. This is 2025. The person says, "Hey, can we talk about something?" Response: "What's up? I have some questions about Starman. I know it can be disturbing. By the way, people are saying that a guy named CD-ROM are a PDF because he knew StarMan3. What can you say about that?" This person turns around and says, "I wouldn't directly call him a pedo for it, rather a pedo sympathizer for continuing to associate with him and for continuing to defend him throughout everything. Do you know anything more?" The person responds with, "Not much, not really much else about him that is noteworthy, to be honest, just a bit of a cunt." Says, "Okay, thank you so much. Did CD-ROM defend the pedophile action?" Clearly. So I'm assuming he's asking, like, did he defend what the dude did, specifically what he did? He says he is fully aware of it, but will completely gloss over it or make the victims seem like the bad guy in whatever way he can, which
Which
kind of
is
goes
exactly what
to,
he did.
yep, it's exactly what a lot of what was playing out. And this whole thing, like, he continued to defend him throughout everything. He continued to defend him on freaking Tech Talk, that he will try and make them look like the bad guy. He tried calling a 13-year-old an aggressor and then said that she was banned off the internet. Well, considering that girl's been in the comments of both freaking Nerds and Aussie Cops videos, it doesn't look like she's been banned off the internet. Maybe she has.
No.
I haven't seen any proof of it, and I'm not believing a word CD says until you show me court documents. This person turns around and says, "Do you have proof? Can it be possible that CD was a fan of that guy and like minimized his action at the time?" He says he is one of his closest friends. I wouldn't say he was just a fan. Yeah.
And you know what? I can get it. I understand. If I found out tomorrow that Complexity had done something heinous, I'm going to try to minimize it. And I'm like, the logical response is to go, well, maybe this is what happened. Like trying to logically understand within my little peanut brain why this would have happened.
Well, it's
But you
cope.
have
It's
to at
like,
some point come to the truth
mhm.
that this happened. It's as bad as it is, and you have to face the consequences.
Well, what it is, what you're describing is cope, basically. Like you're trying to
Yeah.
figure out what would make this in some way, shape, or form excusable. And it's like everybody goes through that. Everybody goes through it, right? Where they're like, this isn't real. Like, I can't believe this happened. So let me try and
Yeah.
figure out what it is. But when you're hit with so much evidence, you only have two options: either A, close your eyes to it, or B, address it head on. Mono, sorry for the bad redacting stuff. Yeah, bro, you got it. You could have made these a lot thinner. No worries. Yes, he's playing a diabolical game. Absolutely, Thomas, and referring to Rostov. So it
It's like
continues.
it's like when you watch a car. It's when a car crash happens and you're unfortunately the first person to find out. Your first response is no, no, no. You're lying to me. Like that didn't happen. No, my person who I was in that car crash didn't die. No, no, they're fine. They're fine. It's that cope of or that last that last ditch effort of
It's
hoping.
desperation.
Yeah, it's, what happened didn't happen. It
Yep.
can't be true.
Yep. So the guy goes on to ask questions. Did Starman abuse other people? Was he only abusing people and young kids by doing ERP? I forgot to ask you that. Sorry. Pac-Man responds, there's countless other people who he's done this to. This person says, oh, he is a serial case. Okay. Pac-Man says, I couldn't tell you all of them because whenever you think it stops, there's more. Jesus Christ.
And as soon as that information was realized by CD-ROM, I there is no defense. If it's serial and it's happening every single chance that this person gets their hands on a kid,
At
they're
one,
wrong.
it's too
They're fucked
much.
up.
That even trying with one, it's too fucking much. Uh, the guy says he was well known in the community. Do you think he used his position of power to abuse kids? Pac-Man responds, he was really popular back in the early days of Mario 64 Machinima. By the way, I just want to say that I will potentially use this catalog for a potential exposure video, but everything will be censored, even your picture and age in the message when you were talking about it. Is that okay? Yeah. The person says thanks a lot. All right. Moving on to this one. So it says up here, okay, thanks, because people are saying that he is a PDF, etc., and we are trying to know the truth right now. I heard about a Google Drive with proof at this point in time. Do you still have some archive of it? Pac-Man responds by saying, I'm not sure. I remember the Google Doc, to be honest. And then this says something. I don't know what the fuck is right here because it's the freaking editing mono, you bastard. It says something to do with the doc. Then we
I think
come
it looks like
down
I don't think I had anything to do, or I don't think
to do with the doc.
I had anything to do with the doc.
Okay, so probably then he's responding by saying I wouldn't have any of the archive. Okay. Um he says I don't think I had anything to do with the doc. Yeah, okay. It says okay, thanks bro. Thanks a lot. What age did you had when Starman made his weird shit? What age were you? I don't know who the fuck is talking. This person says that when he was in Starman's community, he was 14 and Starman was 29, which goes the same as
Well, that just
freaking.
that's an unredacted name, by the way.
Oh, I do see that. Oh well, it is what it is. Says OMG. Did you make a police report or anything like that? Pac-Man says, I think there was something, but nothing came about it. I don't know if that's true, so take that with a grain of salt. Person asking questions says, okay, thanks a lot. They said on LCL that they already want to bring CD back. Yeah, we heard about that, Pirate.
I will say I'm not a huge. I'm not like trying to say that this person's wrong or they're not trying to victim blame or anything like that. But I do not really appreciate that this person has a lot of I think and I don't know and maybe like I think there was something to do this and I think there was this or like whenever he was directly approached with the question of what age were you, and then he goes, well, was anything ever reported? Did you ever report anything? He goes, well, I think I reported something, but nothing ever came of it. So I'm not really a fan of
Well, they're
the
talking
wishy
about the
washy
police
kind of
report.
response.
They're talking about the police report because I don't know if there ever was like a public police report.
Oh, okay.
You know
I
what
see
I'm
what you're
saying?
saying.
Because
Still,
that's
the
the same
wishy
thing that
washy
CD.
comments. Yeah.
Well, you can't know if you don't know, but it's the same as like CD turning
Right.
around and being like, well, they told me that this lawsuit happened and she has to be off the internet. But it's like, okay, were you ever shown any
Hmm.
paperwork? Were you shown
Right.
the freaking court files? Where is this documentation? Because if that's the case, it's public, it's a civil court, it's public information. You know, so
Right.
here we have another a victim saying, Lamau, remember me? Yeah, a lot of what happened at YTR was wild ass shit. I'm lucky in that I didn't witness the worst of SM3's deplorable action. CD-ROM continues to enable him to shame to see. Okay, I don't think this person was.
That
I
was
think they were
March
just a part of it.
24th,
Yeah,
2024. Jesus.
2024. It wasn't too long ago. It wasn't too long ago at all. And then we have this April 26, 2021 says, I don't get it either. One of the biggest excuse makers, CD-ROM, has the nerve to constantly shield a literal predator from criticism. He told me I needed more compassion for SM3 because he wants to change, but that doesn't
Oh,
matter. I can't believe people still believe SM3 is a victim. See, this is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about. Pay attention to the things people say. If he wants to change, oh, that's great. That's fantastic. He wants to change and stop grooming kids. I don't care. You want to know what
wanting and
helps
doing are
that?
two separate things.
You want to know what helps a groomer to stop grooming kids? A wood chipper, a flamethrower, a 45. All of those
Good pair of
things,
scissors for the balls.
all of those things are readily available. Okay, I'm just. Oh my god. Dude, Lisi went to this man's house. Like, I can't imagine how she feels about that. Now, see, that's another thing too, man. That has got to be fucking weird. And all the people wanting to give her shit for like not dating him, not, taking his V card and all that. Where's everybody now? Where's everybody now who was giving her shit for playing with his feelings? Fuck his feelings. Oh, this is a long one. Yeah. So Says this is from the As in Crackhead. It says, now that StarMan 3 is starting to become more relevant for, let's just say, not safe for work reasons, I think it's time I come out with my own story about my past experience with this insane predatory man child. This was 5 years ago, 2020. Says it'll likely come out in a thread, so bear with me. So back in 2012, as a naive child, I ventured onto SMG4 machinima community. Cringe, I know, and saw that StarMan 3 was one of the most popular YouTubers at the time. We met on was that cat.com chat for the, oh, is that cat or kick? The cat.com chat for this group.
It looks like an X, maybe.
I don't know. For the group, the YouTube Rangers, I really wanted to become a part of that group because I thought I'd become more relevant and that it'd be cool to be friends with StarMan 3. Didn't think too badly of him at the time, but as the chat grew bigger, there were events where SM3 demonetized or demonstrated he was immature. He'd do shit like banning people if they didn't agree with his opinions, telling us to block and report somebody he didn't like, banning people if they weren't willing to give him a xat.com power, or getting upset if we didn't make him the hero in our videos. Jesus Christ, this dude was just completely trying to be controlling of kids. Like, oh no, you ban anybody I don't like, ban everybody that I hate. No, keep the community locked down, as CD-ROM would say.
Gonna be his own little Keemstar.
Says I could go on about how big of a man child he is, but it only got worse from there. His favorite Nintendo characters are Quilava and something else. I did notice I'd noticed that Yoshi. Oh, I'd noticed that some people would start to change their profile picture into a Quilava or a Yoshi recolor, then get an admin spot on the chat room. See, these are the freaky little things that you gotta keep like an eye on, man. It's like you have a community of kids and now they're changing their profile picture. They get this special little role in the Discord or something to make them feel special, make them feel a part of the community. Like you're trying to give them that extra attention. That's just fucking weird, dude. You're a creep, okay? You're fucking out here giving kids treats.
It gets worse. It gets worse. Keep reading.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Here we go. At the time, I didn't think too much of it. Whenever he'd say stuff like my favorite Yoshi rubs admin with a Yoshi icon. Oh no, the role play, or my favorite Quilava, but I wanted to have power there too, so I decided to make a Quilava recolor to try to get that. I actually managed to get his attention and we talked in private chats. He said something like, you seem cool, so let's role play together, you as my Quilava. And I said, sure, since I expected it to be more along the lines of a regular Pokemon RP with him as a trainer. This is getting fucking weird, dude, because now you're taking something as nostalgic as Pokemon for kids, man, and taking it away and turning it into something completely dirty and disgusting.
What these freaks do, they disguise the thing that they're trying to do with something friendly and cuddly like Pokemon.
Yup, they worm their way into
it can't be that bad. We're just role playing as Pokemon. I'm Mario and she's Peach. What's wrong with that?
It says, Sunshiner, he says, I'm glad that more people are getting this out and see just how terrible this really is. Also, show people that have young kids that they need to monitor their kids to make sure nothing like this happens. Exactly. And we even were talking about that on our after show reunion show, where it was like, dude, it's just weird now. It's difficult to have kids in this day and age because you have to, teach them to be afraid of the kid with the van. Yeah, and then you gotta worry about dudes like this too. It's freaking crazy. It's like no child space is safe anymore from these depraved fucking lunatics, man. Ugh. It says I had to leave I had to leave for a camp that weekend, so when I returned on Sunday, I messaged him saying we should RP like he said he would, and he said sure. Unfortunately, this is where the rabbit hole gets deeper. The upcoming is not safe for work, so read at your own risk. Okay, guys, what's coming up is not safe for work between a late 20-year-old and what seems to be a 13 to 15-year-old.
I think she said
13 or 14, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
So he told me we should do lewd RPs in private and that nobody would know and it'd be okay. See, this is like you can keep a secret, right? Keep a don't tell your mom, don't tell your dad, don't tell all
Hallmarks of
this
a pervert. Can you keep a
hallmarks of a
secret?
predator. Yeah, it's somebody who you can't tell any adults. Okay, you're mature. Like all this bullshit, dude. He said that he'd give me admin and let me into his Skype group for YTR. Keep in mind, this was when I was 12 and he was
12.
23.
12.
Bro, 12 and 23. 11 years older, you sick fucking degenerate ass motherfucker. You disgustingly deplorable ass nigga, bro. Ugh. That it's just, and like I said, giving them little extra special treatment, giving them admin, allowing him into the Skype group for YTR, like all of these things to try and keep this child quiet, to make him feel special. Fucking disgusting. He'd do shit like having me RP as Kulava and then putting me into his pants and give him a blowjob. Cheat. Okay.
Sickness gets worse when you read that.
He'd have me go online after school so we could sex RP, and he'd always talk about how sexy my voice was or how he masturbated to thoughts of me. Bro,
Of a 12-year-old.
with the fucking 12-year-old. He's RPing with a goddamn 12-year-old, giving him a goddamn PJ, bro. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Keem didn't even look at what StarMan actually did. He doesn't care. Thomas, this is what I'm saying. How in the fuck are you able to give any level of defense to this dude without seeing everything? It's the same thing. Same thing with the mic situation.
For CD-ROM to simply say, "Oh, I admonished him. He was a blubbering mess when I was done with him." Dude,
I tattled
you
on
should have
him.
thrown him into a wood chipper, not admonished him.
Yeah, CD-ROM's defense. Well, yeah, he was grooming kids and sexting 12-year-olds.
He was just gooning with kids.
But I tattled
That was
on
his
him.
literal words. Gooning with kids.
It's fucking disgusting, dude. At one point we had a YTR Minecraft server. Of course. Minecraft server. And he'd tell me, when we make a house, you and I can share a room. And do you know what's in there? However, this next part is where it somehow got worse, bro. He's RPing sex with a kid in Minecraft. I guarantee you. But CD has autism, so it's okay. Yeah, exactly, Twiggy. The infamous I'm retarded.
Dude, I keep telling people, and I'm laughing when I say this, but I swear to Christ, I'm gonna start doing heinous thing like Peter does in that Family Guy episode. And I'm just gonna start screaming, "I'm retarded. It's okay."
Yup. Sick. No one expected the nerds to take down the second biggest show in the LCU. That's the only reason CD is still in talks to come back, is the money. No, I agree. That's what I said. The only reason I see him coming back is for nothing other than the freaking hate donos. That's it. That's all. He said he called the guy's mom. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sunshinery. The dude literally was like, I caught him grooming minors and I tattled on him to mommy and daddy. I did my part. Like, bro, fuck out of here, dude. Fuck out of here, you disgusting sack of shit.
If you are coherent enough to say, we can't do this, you can't talk about this, you are fully aware that this is a bad thing. And he's retarded excuse does not stand anymore, CD-ROM. What part of, if he has the willingness and the know-how to say, don't talk about this, or let's do this in private, then he understands that it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree.
There is no excuse anymore.
I agree with everyone.
None. I don't care how many IQ points he doesn't have.
I agree with everyone in chat saying he should have called the police. Like, it's 100%. Like, there's no excuse to it. So, as in crackhead starts to Asian, I think is what it is. Can CD? Yes, there's talks in trying to get CD back into the LCU. Asian crackhead says, I sometimes have to go AFK so that my mom wouldn't see what's happening, bro. Oh my God. Then StarMan 3 would get possessive and say stuff like, "You hate me, that's why you're ignoring me." Oh my god, dude. He's playing the pity me card like a freaking like a jealous girlfriend or something, man. "You hate me, that's why you're not talking to me. Oh, you don't want to watch this with me. You hate me." Which I started to do more. He turns around and says, "Whenever he and I would have our sessions, I just try to make it as quick as possible, then make up an excuse to leave." Later, a friend named Koopa's Troopas, Koopa's Troopas at the time would share his YTR experience with me. Dude, this kid is literally it's fucking you've scarred this child. You've scarred this child. He's literally learning to try and get through this as best as possible, put himself in another space, bro. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, exactly. What the actual fuck, Ken? How the fuck can they even think about bringing this fucking trash bag, this human garbage?
It doesn't make sense to me. It does
But
not
look,
make
like
sense
this
to me.
is the thing. This is what he was defending. This is what he was defending, giving admin privileges to a 12-year-old so he could sext with the 12-year-old. That's what you want. That's what you're okay with having someone in your freaking in your universe. This is what you're okay with saying, "Yeah, I'm going to employ that guy who defended all of this shit." Crazy. Crazy. Person goes on to say, "Wait, earlier I noticed he got owner and that he was one of the Quillavas." Speaking of Koopa's Troopas. Later, however, I realized he got banned from the chat room. I asked why, but I would never get a conclusive answer about it. Something tells me Koopa's Troopas talked and StarMan 3 wasn't about that shit. SM3 told me it was because KT was a troll, but it turned out to be false. He had stood up to StarMan 3 and told him he felt uncomfortable. Afterwards, StarMan 3 banned him. He banned a minor who felt uncomfortable with him sexting with him as a 23-year-old. That's when I realized he solicited cyber sex from minors in exchange for admin spot. That's what I said. It's absolutely what the fuck I just said. But if you spoke up against him, he'd throw you away and tell everyone to avoid you. And that's what these freaks do. It's like, "Oh, he's crazy. He's crazy. It's all just don't listen to him." Like, he's just upset that I kicked him out. So now he's making up things about me. The final piece says, "Oh yeah, one time StarMan 3 and I were Skyping in the morning since I had no school that day. He'd tell me that he loved hearing my voice and told me, 'I want to see your dick on camera and masturbate to me.'" Bro. Bro. Okay.
This is the sick individual that CD-ROM was defending, by the way.
This is the
end
dude
of the
that
day,
he's defending.
This man has already been, like, in the court of public opinion, chastised. I don't know where he is now or anything like that. The point of this is the fact that there is a person that was active and currently apparently is still relatively active in this community that defends this man's degenerate actions.
He doesn't co-sign him.
That's
guys.
who CD-ROM is.
He condemns his action, but will continue to sweep for him. Yeah, fuck out of here. He
admonished him. He did everything. He did everything he could. He admonished him. That's his words.
This is a Discord acknowledgement here, a little post. It says, "A lot of people here are and were victims of StarMan 3 or known victims of StarMan 3. Starman has never taken responsibility for his actions, and any apologies he makes puts blame on the victims and the people who call him out, as most victimizers do. They blame the victims. He said he's going to therapy for this 3 times. Again, this is Sunny Bear levels of bullshit, bro. Starman is still online causing mayhem, Sunshinery, and it's disgusting. It's unfortunate. It's crazy how his channel in existence has not been nuked yet. And there has been no indication that he ever has. I mean, it doesn't even matter if he's going to therapy. I'm sorry. While I don't condone harassment of StarMan 3 because it helps no one, and I agree with that, I do not claim that no one has reason to hate him. He has caused serious, lasting damage to hundreds of people and has been a dark curse on this community for years. The best thing we can do now is make it very clear that this community has no time for him and do our part in making sure he and his victims get what they deserve. This right here is awesome, and I totally agree. I don't know the age of this person, but it's entirely insane that what I'm going to assume is most likely a minor is having to be as grown and as much of an adult here, because it looks like they created a Discord for all of his victims, right? And this was in 2021, so most of those victims are probably around 17, 18, 19 now. And it's like, good on you guys for coming together, getting this shit out there, getting this information, and telling your stories and everything. Because if it wasn't for your bravery to stand up and say something, CD-ROM's bitch ass wouldn't have gotten out of the LCU. All right, he would have been able to just, skate off of assumptions, allegations, and all that bullshit. Okay.
The snake would have been allowed to slither back into the grass.
Yup. It says making sure his victims go they deserve. For him, that's unfortunately probably jail time. No. I would agree with you that it's unfortunately probably just jail time, because what he actually deserves is to not be on this earth anymore. But at the end of the day, the only other option for him would be a psych ward where he can't harm himself or others and will get the help he needs. I don't think there is any helping people like that.
No,
I don't think there is. So CD's own words, Starman is not a PDF or a sex pest. Yeah, crazy as fuck. There's bullshit, bro. Yeah, oh, fucking hell.
we saw the games he plays. He's definitely a sex pest.
He's a freak. He a fan. Glitchy PSI, CD told me he wanted to get off the community for a while because of a certain individual's persistence. Yeah, I saw some things going on. He just left everything and dipped quick. He's been trying for so long. I kind of understand him. CD-ROM is taking a break now. I can understand. He never likely wanted the drama. He didn't, and I didn't either. Mini didn't. I just saw a community of people having fun and wanted to be a part of it.
It's a italicized I.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. So it seems like after one of the plethora of times in which freaking Starman got exposed, CD's dipped, it seems as though, and in his own words, has dipped multiple times from the community. It sounds like he's left the community every single time Starman did this shit. So what? You leave the community, you wait for it to die down a little bit, and then you come back and you're like, sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Thomas, if only there was a cheap way to launch a person into space. Yeah, I think that would be great.
Well, there's cheap ways. They're just kind of messy.
Oh, okay, so Sierra's a 13-year-old girl, and that's the person that he's talking to right here. So this is Starman talking to a 13-year-old. Knee down and kisses her hand. Do you love me? Kisses her cheek. Smiley face. Kisses her cheek. Blushes. May I tell you a truth? Sierra, sure. And Starman, I actually love you. You're too kind to me. Hey, Sierra. Hi. I like your laugh. I like your laugh last night. You do have amazing laugh. Knee down and I take out rose flower. Smiley face. It's for you, bro. There's no world where any of this is okay. There's literally no world where you should be role playing with anybody that is a child.
Bro, it's exhausting. It's exhausting that this is like even a complete, the fact that this is a coherent thought for CD to have and go, yeah, let's defend this. It's exhausting to try to wrap my brain around the idea that he had to somehow make this look good or okay or acceptable in his fucking head. I don't understand.
It makes no sense. Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. Okay, so the next screenshot coming up, guys, is just you're getting raw dogged with some disgusting ass shit. It's not a picture, it's text message, but just viewer beware, listener beware, etc., etc. It's probably,
and mind you, I haven't seen this stuff either. He prepares a lot of this stuff, and I just get the raw, unfiltered Zeph reaction out of me.
Yeah. So again, viewer discretion advised. So Starman, it looks good. Masturbate it. Neku Sakura Keyblader. Okay, may I take a picture of it? Keyblader. Yes. Starman, let go first. Keyblader, but keep it to yourself, please. He's asking a minor if he can take a screenshot of the minor's junk. He's literally saying right here, where's a freaking masturbate it. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. He's on Skype or some fucking VC of some sort talking to this person, this fucking child, telling him to let go of it first. Ugh. Do you guys have the vid of CD role playing with kids? Zay sent me the entire docket, so probably I do. I pulled out stuff that I think that you guys either didn't go over or just things that I wanted to personally go over. But I think that the video that we watched where CD was like had the kids in the background with Starman and shit like that or whatever, that was in the Nerds live stream. So we kind of somewhat went over it. But at the end of the day, it's just fucking disgusting. This right here
is like I wish. Have you ever seen Robot Chicken?
Yep. Oh yeah.
So like, you know how like at the intro they strap the chicken into the chair and they open its eyes
The
wide
Clockwork
and
Orange.
feed it all of this, parody
Yeah.
content. Like, that's the whole idea of the show.
Yeah.
I want to do that with CD-ROM, but I want him to see these images and I want them burned and seared into his mind so that
Just
way every time he tries to justify because the problem that I'm having is that if you were sitting next to us in this VC right now, he would have an excuse for all of this, for all of it. That's my problem.
I think my problem is his only excuse would be his religion or, oh, he's retarded. And neither one of those are excuses. Neither one of those.
His I admonished him. I admonished him for this. But you're not seeing the depravity if you're just going, oh, I chastised him in private.
Yep.
And then you turn a blind eye to all the evidence.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. So now we're on lolcow freaking Tech Talk, formally now named freaking Short Bus, and we're gonna get into CD-ROM's own admissions and defense.
CD-ROM Sweet Tea, what's up?
Oh, nothing freaking good, dude. What an awful day.
What an awful day, guys. I got outed as a PDF defender, man. It's been so hard. I'm so angry that they outed me as a PDF defender. I'm just mad. Gosh darn dang nabbit. Like, bro, where's the energy?
Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it.
Good golly gee, I've been outed as a PDF defender once again. I'm really tired of this happening.
Yeah, it's been one thing after another today. Just like it seems like the whole universe, it's just like got fucked. But especially
yeah, because the whole universe deserved to get fucked.
No. CD got fucked. You could easily, you know what? That's the thing. I hate it when these hosts do this. They go, my co-host has done something heinous. I got to sweep for him. No. You could easily just go, no, CD. Fuck you. You're disgusting. I don't want you on my show.
But no, you gotta sweep. Gotta hope that paycheck keeps coming.
Gotta get out of that broom. You gotta get in that. You gotta get in that sweep action.
Yep.
You got it the worst.
Yeah. So, look, I think we just kick straight into it. So the nerds accused you of being a PDF defender. I'm just going to give you the floor, and I want you to just explain the whole fucking story.
Yeah, absolutely.
So remember what I said.
Pay close
attention to what people say. What they say, right? Say what you mean what you say, 10 toes down. I've always been a staunch person. I've always said that. So pay attention to what CD-ROM says off rip.
Thank God that I've had to explain this story to a number of people, or else this would be really frustrating right now.
Thank God I've had to explain this story to a number of people, which means the response he's about to give is the rehearsed response he already has told plenty of people, which means he's choosing.
There's two life lessons I'm going to teach you right now, CD-ROM. Here's one. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same results. The second thing I'm going to tell you is that if you in this life have to continually defend and stand on your own little, pedestal, that what this man did was okay, have you ever thought that you might be the problem?
You might be wrong.
Have you ever once thought that you might be wrong? You might be committing the act of insanity by bashing your head against the wall 30 different times in a single day just to try to tell people that somebody is not a PDF file when the evidence clearly shows that he is.
No. Well, not only that, but this is literally the freaking, literally the freaking thing that he's rehearsed to tell every single person who asks him. And yet he's still making claims that, oh, you know, I messed up. Oh, you know, I messed up my words. No, motherfucker, you've had 12 years at maximum to figure out what the fuck you wanted to say about this shit. Okay. You've had a lot of time to think about what you want to say. And that you said what you said. There's no getting around that.
You have practiced this way too much.
Yeah, way too much. By your own admission.
Vile imbeciles. So am I defending a PDF file? Am I defending a PDF file or any other names of words I can't say on YouTube? No. I will tell you flat out, stark right now. No. So let's talk about StarMan. StarMan is not a PDF file. He is not a convicted criminal.
You had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. You fucking the bait and switch. The bait and switch.
And notice the things that he says. Notice he says he's not a PDF file. He's not a registered sex offender. He's never been convicted. The first part is the way that should go is he's not a PDF file, and allow me to explain why he's not. He's not a PDF. He's never been convicted. So you're saying he's not been caught. It's just like,
just because Mike didn't get convicted of domestic abuse doesn't mean he doesn't slap around Bridget from time to time.
Doesn't mean he didn't admit it in the freaking police report. Like, come on now, bro. If your defense as to why someone isn't a PDF is because they never got convicted, bro.
Here's a better example. Just because Hitler never got convicted of
war crimes,
killing 11 million of a specific ethnicity doesn't mean he didn't do it. He just killed himself before he had a chance to do it in Minecraft.
Hey, check it out. EDP 445. Enough said. Not convicted. Still did it. Still did it. Still tried to do it. Like,
he's not a sex pest. He's not a registered sex offender.
Oh, Dragon, sorry for the Discord conversation with the victim. My grammar is fucked up. Hey, no problem, Dragon. Appreciate you going out there and trying to make that connection, trying to interview him and talk to him. W's for you.
He's not in anything, but he is my friend.
He's not in anything. He just wanted a 12-year-old to pretend to be Quilava and suck him off. That's it. He's not a PDF, guys. Come on. You know, I know, we all know. Sometimes in the heat of the Pokemon
not a PDF
RP
file, but he is my friend. He is my friend. And you're saying mean things about my friend right now.
Jesus Christ. Exactly, Thomas. I stole gum once and didn't get caught. Still did it though. Facts.
I will admit to him being my friend. And
OJ Simpson, bitch. Like, enough said. Fucking Christ. Oh, Plex with the smooth frame rate. Hey, what's up, Justin?
what Keemstar said about me making a lot of friends, that's true. I, for the longest time, have accepted random friend requests from just about anybody on the internet.
That's a you problem, bro. That's a you problem.
Bro.
This man
It's
would
not
be
like dude, he's trying to equate it to, oh, I didn't know this person, a James Charles, if you will, of, oh, I just met them and I didn't know that they were this age. No, he's fully aware of their ages. He's trying to seduce them into a private call, get to know them, make sure that they're only 12, and then continue to talk to them.
Well, and then notice all the things he's focusing on. Oh, he's not convicted. He was investigated and nothing came from it. Oh, yeah, I add a bunch of people, but nobody's getting on you for being friends with him. Like, if it was just, oh, you were added and that's it, and that's all you know about him is that he's just a friend on your Facebook or something, I would have said, yeah, the freaking nerds is washed. They're reaching like freaking Mr. Fantastic. Bro, you're in the videos. You were head of his community. You were in his Discord or whatever the fuck it was. Mm-hmm. You were helping him cultivate this community of children. It's not just, oh, I accepted a friend request,
on
man.
So many different fucking projects.
Yeah, you helped build this community.
I'm autistic.
And I think that's the worst part that a lot of people aren't focusing on. CD-ROM helped freaking Starman to cultivate a community of potential victims. Like, let that sink in. Let that be what you really focus on here. CD-ROM helped StarMan3 cultivate a community of children, not 17, not 16, 12, 13, 14, of children, freaking middle schoolers and shit, man. Fuck out of here.
And I wanted to make friends.
I'm autistic and I want to make friends.
Yeah, I wanted to make friends. So when I found out this dude was a PDF defender or a PDF, I was like, fuck it. I need a friend. I need somebody to play Minecraft with. Fuck out of here.
Man also wanted to make friends.
Well, yeah, but he was a 20-something-year-old wanting to make friends with 12-year-olds.
I know a lot more than a lot of all of you think that you know.
And that's the problem, CD. You know more than us.
Self-report. Self-report.
For real.
You're in the community. How many times did a child slip by your fingertips that you could have stopped from going into a private room with StarMan3?
Dude, CD's over here like, guys, you think there's only 3 victims. I know so much more than you do, okay? It's not just 3, so obviously you're wrong, okay? He's not a serial PDF. He's a mass PDF,
He's
okay?
probably one of the koalavas. He's probably one of the koalavas, dude.
Oh, no. Oh,
Dude,
my God. I mean, in this situation, I
he's
think he's
not
a
just
trainer.
defending somebody he met on the internet and went,
No.
"Oh, I hear about your past." He is actively involved in that community, and he's defending a person he actively was in a community with, where his victims came from the same community.
And this is why I said, again, sometimes there are those freaks who they themselves cannot pass that boundary because they know the ramifications. So they align themselves with the kind of freaks who can. Because whatever those degenerates get, that degenerate's going to get. I'm not saying that is CD-ROM. All I'm saying is that stuff happens. That stuff happens. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm sorry if I pause every once in a while
That's
to collect
fine.
my thoughts.
Yo, what up, One Buff Weeb?
I'm really
Hey,
rattled.
yo.
I'm very upset.
That's all right. 1 second.
Yeah, take your time, man.
I might
Yeah,
just.
I would
I'm
be
a
too
post
if my
these
whole
things.
hierarchy
Super chatted.
of a pedophile and my involvement in said pedophile
was
was
plastered
being exposed
everywhere.
too.
Yeah. Oh my God, this dude's a fucking piece of shit. How long y'all going for? Well, we got this, and then we also have rewind, so probably about another 2 hours or so.
Did
After this one.
$20.
1 second.
That is the easiest punishment Keem gave. That
Appreciate the subscription, Buff.
is sad, Keem. You put them at 4 a.m. That's the punishment for this. Rastov, you gotta talk to Keem about this for real.
Bro, I will.
We'll do it
Carry
later.
on.
Did I know that?
Here we go.
I need to think of the best way
It's
that
all
I
right.
can
It's
say
okay.
it, because I need.
I need to think about the best way to defend my PDF friend. Hold on. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. I have to come up with a believable bullshit that you guys are going to digest and be totally okay with. Let me
Actively craft a reason
Yes.
right now.
Motherfuckers over here trying to meditate like homo gogo FIC sao, homo gogo FIC sao. He's like, hold on, let me think. What can I say? Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. I gotta come up with a believable bullshit story for you to be able to believe why I defended this grooming piece of shit. Crazy, man. But
You can't
CD,
just shit from his mouth verbally on command. He has to let it fester. He's gotta
because
think
he's
about how he
not
does that.
innocent. That's the reason why he's not innocent. So he has to pick his words wisely. Yo, shout out to One Buff Wee for becoming a showstopper. Appreciate you, man. But if he was innocent, he would have just been able to go ahead and talk. You want to know why I don't need to choose my words wisely here? Because I have the facts in front of me. I'm not guessing. I'm not making assumptions here. We've looked over the evidence. Dude's guilty. You're guilty for defending him, for protecting him. Like, holy shit. Oh. Exactly, Daniel Wade. Yeah, he's just going to deny every bit of evidence that was found. Okay, exactly. Like, oh my God. Anytime someone's in controversy and they're like, hold on, let me choose my words wisely, it's because there's something that they know that they don't want the public to know. That's it. That's it. There's no other reason to do that. Okay, Jesus Christ.
It needs to be
concise.
very fucking clear and very fucking specific. So
I am being very clear about all the things that I just said. He is not any one of those things. Let me be clear on what Starman 3 actually is. Starman 3 is a very, very severely autistic, barely functioning man-child.
Well, he was functional enough to sex role play with children. And that's all that fucking matters. That's it. Apparently, he's not as fucked up as you think he is because he can still sexually engage with 12-year-olds. You disgusting fuck. Like, there's no defense for this shit.
His best excuse that he had was that he was unaware of, the gravity of what he was doing. And
Right.
in some cases, that can be a valid excuse. Like, there's generally people who are out there who are mentally deficient enough to where they don't understand the crime is the crime. But Starman is a person who did it repeatedly.
Yup. Even
multiple
after
times
being caught.
after admitting that he'd done it and
Yup.
that it was wrong, and then continuing to do it.
Yup.
He admitted guilt for something he thought was okay. That does not make sense.
Yeah, lucid enough to take responsibility, but somehow not lucid enough to be responsible for it. That makes no sense. Yeah, exactly. Too, Thomas. He was intelligent and self-aware enough to be able to run a YouTube channel, create this community, be a part of the community, talk to people and DM in private. He was smart enough to be able to tell them, "Don't tell your parents. This is private. This is just between you and I." Smart enough to try and single these kids out and directly talk to them one-on-one. Dude is a predator. I don't care how retarded he is. I don't care how much on the spectrum he is. He's still smart enough to do these things and isolate these kids. CD-ROM.
That is who Starman 3 is. He is so severely autistic, he makes me look like I have 0 mental disabilities.
And this is like a huge thing that most of the LCU hosts use in an effort to sweep for CD-ROM. And here's my question. If he is that mentally retarded, if he is that mentally broken, what makes him a good fit for the LCU? If CD-ROM is so fucking retarded that he would defend a fucking groomer, even with constant knowledge of victims, and would continue to defend the guy, if he is truly that retarded, how in the fuck is he a good fit for the LCU? Does that make him a lolcow? Sure, 100%. But what happens when this potentially happens again? Like, and he's a part of the LCU. Like, what the fuck?
If you can't see a problem with this, how can you guarantee he's not going to see a problem with something else?
Or something worse.
Exactly.
Like, something way worse.
He is so severely autistic that if he gets the slightest amount of affection, he thinks he's in love and he doesn't ask
It's not
questions.
affection. They're just there to rope. They're just there to talk about community things. They're not there for that.
Well, it's even worse.
And you had the power. You had the power balance. You were the admin of this place.
Mm-hmm.
That does not track. That explanation is not there.
Shout out to Sick for the 1 gifted membership. Appreciate you. But the other thing about it too is that he's taking advantage of these kids who want to be a part of their favorite YouTubers community. So he's mentally severely retarded, but lucid enough to be able to run a fucking community full of children. Dude, there's no getting out of this. There's nothing you can say that makes this okay.
And unfortunately, that has got him put into a couple of very bad situations for himself.
Okay, see, this is CD's words. Him being retarded has unfortunately got him into some bad situations for himself. He's retarded, so unfortunately he groomed some kids. Just say it how it is, bro. Say it how it is. That's literally what it is. Take out the some unfortunate situations and put in what he actually did. He's retarded, so unfortunately he groomed some children. How does that sound okay? How does that sound okay? Fucking hell. There's no defense. There's no defense. Anytime he tries to deflect, take away whatever he's saying and add in what it is that the dude actually did. He's so retarded, so he asked a 12-year-old to roleplay sucking him off.
Do you know of times that I've watched like Ewu explore with us, and there's a name for what he's doing. I can't remember it right now, but it's when you purposefully downplay the severity of the crime. There's a name for it. I don't know what it is, but it's you're doing the basic criminal shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. I might be able to add a little bit to this, to that story. He don't want to actually say it because the truth hurts. Daniel, you ain't wrong. The truth do hurt.
That's true. I mean, that too.
He's got to own up to it. Like, he doesn't want to own up to it because then he's bad too, and he knows he's bad. That might just be something that CD got to deal with on his own time.
He has never been malicious.
He's never been malicious when he asked to role play with the children, sucking him off at the age of 12. It wasn't malicious when he did that.
No, he was just a squirrel trying to get a nut. That's essentially what he's trying to say. He was just gooning with kids.
Yeah, just gooning with them. Just gooning with 12-year-old guys.
Just gooning.
He wasn't malicious.
Just having a good old goon with the StarMan3, you know, with the Quilavas.
We all get a little horny. I mean, come on, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally CD-ROM right now.
Yoshi's got to find that apple, bro. Yoshi's got to find that apple, you know?
Richie and Thomas both are saying minimalize or minimize.
Minimalize, yes.
Yeah, definitely. Again, like I said, focus on the words that this person says. Focus on when people speak, their words mean a lot. He was never malicious. He was never malicious when he sex role played with 12, 13, 14-year-olds. He had the best intentions when he was grooming these minors, you guys.
Only been misguided.
He was only misguided as he was asking if he could take pictures of a minor's private area. Only misguided. Fucking degenerate, dude.
Starman, I have never, ever defended any of his actions. In fact, I have publicly and privately strongly admonished him for everything he has ever said.
Admonished him. It's
Which
just
is-
egregious. He says this so many times.
He says
And he
it like
believes
it's a
it.
defense.
You can tell by the way he's saying it. He truly believes
like he's doing
that
something.
he has done enough.
Yeah. Your Honor, yes, he groomed multiple kids, but I wagged my finger and told him, no, sir, no, bad Starman. I believe he should be let off on all charges, okay? I believe he should be let off on all charges.
I gave him a stern yelling to, officer.
Yeah. I tattled
But
to
he
his
still
mommy.
stabbed that guy. I could have stopped him, but he still stabbed the guy.
It's crazy bullshit, dude. And look at his face. He really thinks he's cooking here. He really thinks he's saying something worthy of like acknowledgement.
Said and everything
vitriol.
I know. Like he's in the right.
he has ever done.
Like he's the victim here. He is angry as if he's the freaking victim.
And I know that all of you want to paint me as the bad guy. Get this through your heads. I am responsible for reporting a number of things that he was hiding to his parents.
Your Honor, I told his mommy and daddy. I believe my client should be left, charges all should be dropped. Yes, did he groom kids? Yes, did he role play with 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds? But mommy and daddy scolded him and told him he was a bad boy. Fuck out of here, dude. It's absolutely deplorable and disgusting that he even thinks that this is in some way, shape, or form a defense. The dude literally, we saw the goddamn text messages. He's talking about, he's in VCs watching kids masturbate, bro, asking them to masturbate for him, doing all this disgusting shit. And you're over here talking about a fucking admonishment. Like it means something.
This is like that school. This is why I think this comes down to another aspect of like our newer age education. Like if you remember, when I was a kid on the recess, out in recess, if something was happening with another student, say for example, a fight between two students, what the teachers would always tell the other students, if there's a fight, don't get involved because then you get in trouble.
Yep.
So you run to the teacher when these two kids are fighting, and you go, "Hey, guy over there is he's fighting with the other kid," and then they run back and they go, "Well, why didn't you stop him?" That's always the first thing they're gonna say. Why didn't you stop him?
Yeah, it's just it's disgusting that he actually thinks he's saying something here. Like this is some way, shape, or form of goddamn defense for it. And he can say, "Oh, I condone it. I condone it. I condone it." It doesn't matter. You swept for it and remained friends with him. So who cares? Who cares what you say? Who cares if you don't agree with it? You're still okay with it. It's like, oh, I didn't agree with him killing the person when we did that B&E. I just didn't say anything about it. I didn't say he did it. I didn't, come clean about it, but I don't agree with it. Like, who cares?
That's right. I reported my friend out to his parents for correction.
Not the freaking
That's
cops.
right. I
not
did
the FBI.
the bare minimum. That's right. Me. I woke up today and I folded laundry. Look at me go.
That's actually really good. That's right. Me. I did the bare minimum. God damn.
The only thing I'm guilty of is playing a little bit of damage control for him.
A little bit. A little bit, bro. You didn't even
Sir, if you charge for your services, he would be in collections by now.
You know what's crazy is in this response, he doesn't talk about any of the things that he did damage control for. He doesn't talk about any of the allegations against Starman. He just talks about how, oh, guys, I admonished him. I tattled to his parents. I scolded him. But he never talks about...
I know what he did was wrong to you. I hear your complaints, but I did tell his mommy. Okay,
he never tells him at all what it is that he was accused of, what the allegations are, what it is that he, swept for or, freaking damage controlled over.
That's it. I've never defended any.
I would love to know how he described to his parents.
Yeah, what did.
This was. Oh, he's just talking to a lot of girls. A lot of girls or a lot of kids. Oh, kids, unfortunately. But I admonished him. I told him this was bad.
Yeah, Thomas, he avoided that until Xylee asked about it. See, that's what I'm saying. There was no self-accountability. There was no accountability by Rastov or by Sweet Tea. And I mean, Sweet Tea's so incredibly out of her depth in this situation, so I don't even blame her. But Rastov, who's hearing the donos come in, who's hearing the questions that the chat is asking, and in no way, shape, or form does he turn around and freaking ask him these questions directly. He just asks, oh, can you hear it? No, I can't hear it. Oh, okay, well, I guess fuck that question then. Oh my God. Richie Dub, so I sweat for a predator, sue me ass argument. Exactly, dude.
Any sexual actions he may have committed, quote unquote, against any other person, and I'm not about to start. But he's not a pedophile. He never was. He never will be. So why? Why did I stay by him? Because...
yeah, he's a pedophile. We don't even have to pretend. He is 100%. This dude's just retarded.
In a world where...
and an active PDF defender who has been proven to know that there were victims.
where everybody will cancel you for the smallest little thing. I watched in real time as
the smallest little thing.
I know. I was gonna let him finish.
He messaged some minors. He had lewd conversations with minors. Oh, the smallest thing.
I was gonna let him finish before I got into it.
You for the smallest little thing. I watched in real time as all of his close friends left him in the blink of an eye.
For the right reason, bro, because he's a child groomer. And like you were saying, Zeph, for the smallest thing, this isn't I bumped into a 12-year-old and now people are calling me a pedophile. This is a dude asking middle schoolers if he can take pictures of their private areas in a VC, asking them to jack off to him. Bro.
This is what they call premeditated.
This isn't a small feat, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This isn't small. This isn't some tiny little oopsie whoopsie, you know, oh no, I did it again. Like, this is like, holy shit, man. My God, it's crazy.
You know I'm a devout Christian.
Yeah, you know what? So were a lot of other
do not
rapists and
care.
pedophiles. Like Christianity, religion has, I'm sorry. If you have to use religion as to why you're a good person, in my opinion, you're a horrible human being. If your defense as to why you're a good person is that your religion, I just don't give a shit. Like it means absolutely nothing to me. The Discord just convinced Rastov to say CD won't come back. Hey, W, fuck yeah, man. It's a massive fuck up, Daniel. Yeah, even that is an understatement. It's 100%. It's strapping him to a freaking nuke and shooting him off into space. Okay, that's what it is. God damn. That's why I never appealed to my religion when I was battling my accusations. Yeah, Richie, because it doesn't, whatever religion you claim, if it makes you a better person, good. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. But to turn around and be like, guys, I'm not a bad person because I believe in God. It's like, that's not an excuse. There's plenty of people who believed in God and done terribly fucked up things.
I believe in forgiveness. I believe strongly in redemption. And in these moments,
there's no redeeming qualities for a pedophile. Sorry. I don't care who they are.
He tried those things and they didn't work. He tried to do, you know, betterment, and generally within forgiveness there also comes change. He didn't do the change part.
There, even so, even if he did, like, you still did what you did, and you got a freaking, you know, you, I don't care. Let's say that freaking Starman changed and he never groomed another child again. He still did it. He still has yet to suffer any consequences for it. So until you turn yourself in to the police, admit what you did, and suffer for what you did, I don't believe you've changed at all. I'm sorry, I don't. Call me crazy. I don't believe that you have changed at all until you take actual accountability for what you did.
What Starman 3 what Starman 3 needed was not another friend. The friend that he looked up to the most, by the way. Me. He did not.
I don't know if I'd be bragging about a pedophile groomer looking up to me the most. I don't know about you. But I would not be bragging about that. That wouldn't be my top 5 things about myself.
They either look up to you because you're really good at what you do, or they really look up to you because they're your friend.
Only looks up to him because he continued to help him get away with it and kept bringing in more victims.
Not need the friend that he looked up to the most to leave him alone. He needed an accountability partner.
That's what I'm saying, S1K. A PDF looked up to CD-ROM. That's not a W. I'm not putting that on my resume, bro.
He thinks he's cooking with this. He thinks he's like reaching out to the masses of like-minded individuals. He's saying, I stood with him when he needed me most. He's trying to do a rally.
And remember, this is the story. This is the response that he is thankful that he has had to give over and over and over again. This is the handcrafted, multi-year long excuse that he has made for this man. And this is what motherfuckers believed. This is what people believed. Well, not everybody. Not everybody. Not everybody. But this is what he thought was cooking in defense of this disgusting, degenerate piece of shit. Crazy.
Not a single one of you ever would have done that.
You know what? He's finally said something I agree with. He's finally said something I agree with.
Right. I'm not that retarded. I'm retarded. Trust me, I'm plenty stupid myself. I make tons of bad life choices. But at least you are correct. I would not do the things that you did.
Yeah, it's crazy. Did you guys see in Tech Talk text chat before the show, he was saying he explained this away before? No, I did not. Thomas Mason, zoom in on that face, on this this face right here. Freaking
licking his lips.
This dude is, he looks like, I'm sorry, Like I said, he looks like somebody that might have the last name Lesta, first name Mo. I'm just saying, my personal opinion.
But I did.
He looks like
Because
there's some guy that the Discord was showing from some early 2000s like live action movie. He looks like that guy. I don't know who, but
I have no idea who you're talking about.
believed
I
in
don't
this
know.
road to
I don't know.
redemption. And I believed that he was innocent of everything. Now, you want to talk to me
But that's the problem, CD. You believed he's innocent with all the evidence out there.
about Iris and calling me a victim sweeper, or that I was trying to downplay an actual victim of assault. You don't know anything of what you're talking about. So let's talk about Iris, the lady in the tweets. Iris was not a victim of anything. She was a barely functioning teenage woman that was desperate for
A teenage what?
thing. She was a barely functioning teenage woman that was...
Now, I'm almost 30, Zeph. Now, I am almost 30 years old. I'm currently 29. I have been through a lot of relationships, a lot of trials and tribulations in my life. And not in any one of them have I ever heard a freaking 13-year-old referred to as a teenage woman.
yeah, no, I've
seen a lot of shit.
listen. I'm on. Yeah, no. Is that like a new breed? Is that a new breed of woman that I just haven't met yet?
Is that what you call it to make it okay? A teenage woman? That's that. It's like, Your Honor. Come on. Look at her. She's obviously more mature than she looks. Like that's that type of excuse. It's sounding like, oh, they're mature for their age.
It's her fault. It's her fault.
A teenage woman, bro. That's fucking crazy. And this is why I say, listen to the words that motherfuckers say, because sometimes they say shit that they don't intend to say, but it's what they've rehearsed and has worked for them for so long that their retarded little walnut brain thinks that it's going to work with everybody. But then there's some of us, like those of you in chat and us up here, who hear that and go, that's some weird shit you just said, my G. That's some weird fucking shit that you just tried to pass off. You just took your dick out and pissed on my boots and said it was raining. You just tried giving me a golden shower and saying it was a monsoon, motherfucker. Ain't no bullshit with that. His phrasing is all intended to help cover up. Exactly, Thomas. Exactly.
Desperate for internet attention. She was so desperate that she would consistently make fake profiles of other people, impersonate them, and spread vile rumors to get them in trouble.
Now, we have no evidence of this, so as of right now, I don't believe anything.
Because she got joy out of other people's misery. It was so bad, in fact, that her entire family was taken to court and she was banned from social media. That is the entire truth about those tweets. I will not apologize.
Yeah, exactly. The one and only Puss in Boots. That's another way to describe a Freudian slip. Yup.
Guys, for saying what I said to her. She is not a victim. She is an instigator.
An instigator. A 13-year-old instigator, bro. Crazy. The
amount of mental gymnastics I have to use to make that even remotely make sense is stupid.
Oh, I have to start removing parts of my brain, like common sense, understanding of words and phrases. Like I have to throw out the whole English dictionary, my whole English vernacular. I need to be speaking a different language, but even then I got subtitles and could still read that this dude's fucking wrong. Rastov, Keem, and Billy and all wanted to take CD's word on that. Yeah, which is crazy. Taking his word for that shit when there wasn't a single shred of evidence that what he said was true. Bullshit.
It's comical.
And this is why I said to the chick he's talking about, and to any person out there who is a victim or is a part of it, if you want to come on and talk, I know for a fact that we would love to have you, give you the utmost respect that we can. If you have receipts, I would appreciate if you came through with it. And I also know that the people over on Nerds would also love to have you and treat you right and everything as well. So if anybody knows any of the victims, or you know that the victims are watching these things, so go ahead and send this to them. Tell them, let them know, look, we'll do right by you. If you want to come on, give your side and everything and your experience with both StarMan and CD-ROM, we'd happily platform you.
That everybody wants to
I have
dog.
a screenshot for you that I've been told to share.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Spreading like okay. I got you. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting something here.
It's kind of juicy. It's kind of important, to go along with everything.
Here we go, y'all. It says, thanks CD, spreading lies about me. My family never went to court and only 2 people online has ever met my mom. Never made fake accounts, but whatever makes him happy. This is the victim that CD-ROM is supposedly talking about here. The person that, just created a bunch of separate accounts, who just did crazy stuff, was just in it for the love of the hate, okay? That's who he's talking about here. This is the girl, Iris. Okay. Bro. So, Glitched Iris, if you are out there, if you are watching, you're more than welcome to come on, tell your side of the story, and clear up this rumor about your family being taken to court. If you want to explain potentially where that rumor came from, anything like that, by all means, be my guest. We would be more than happy to host you. And like I said, I know Nerds would also be more than happy to host you and would treat
Absolutely.
you right as well.
We're not muted or censored by Keemstar or anything like that. If there's anything raw and important to the information that you want to share,
Yep.
you don't have to worry about what you're saying.
Ashiko, she's not a child anymore. If she was 13 when all of this went down, right? So that was when were those? I'd have to check when it was, but I think she's like 19 to 22, something like that, because this is plus 12 years, so she'd be 25, right? 2013, yeah. So she was 13 in 2013 plus 12, she'd be 25 now. Yeah. And again, if you don't want to, Iris, totally understand, totally respect. You are not you're not a what do you call it? You're not a internet personality. It's probably all new to you, just like it was back then. Totally understand that if you don't want to come on, it's no pressure or anything like that.
Dog pile on me, the guy.
Ken, I'm gonna be honest. If CD-ROM gets left or gets to come back, yeah, 100%, you should leave. I would leave the community. I've never taken my being in the Discord for anything, but if CD-ROM is allowed to come back, dude, it's at that point anyone's allowed to be there. At some point in time, you're not gonna have the next CD-ROM. You're gonna have a StarMan. I'm just saying. It's no longer going to be a CD situation. It's going to be a StarMan situation. So I'm just saying. Well, we got to know her story then 100%. That'd be great to hear. But yeah, up to her. Exactly, Ash. She contacted Zay on Twitter and said she still looks for updates on the StarMan story. Oh, well, hey, if she's watching, and you're more than welcome to come through.
I that held StarMan's feet to the fire. Me, the guy that reported him and kept him honest with his parents. Me, the guy
honest with his parents, not honest with law enforcement, bro. Not honest with himself, not honest with his community, not honest with his actual family, people who are outside of whose interest is him to not be in jail. Only thing he told was his parents. And what do you think the parents are going to do? Do you know how difficult it is? You have parents who cover up for their kids when they commit murder, bro. You think they're not going to cover this up? Come on, man. Come on. It's just bullshit. Think about who hasn't Keem let back into the Discord. Ash, I agree. I agree.
That is responsible for locking his community down to 18 plus. So
Okay, this right here is something that I know for a fact I caught, but I don't think anybody else caught. Okay, I want you guys to watch the chat. Maybe you guys were there when this happened. I caught this shit and I didn't see anybody in the freaking chat saying anything about it. I didn't see any of the other hosts bringing this up. And every time I asked about this shit, it just got swept. Okay.
the guy that is responsible for locking his community down to 18 plus so that nobody else got hurt.
The guy who locked down his community to 18 plus so that nobody else got hurt. What we have there, ladies and gentlemen, is an admission that he helped to cover shit up, an admission that he knew people got hurt, that minors got hurt because he locked it to 18 plus, which would mean that anybody who got hurt was younger than 18. It is an admission that everything he's just told you is flat bullshit. Acknowledges that people got hurt, acknowledges that they were minors. It's done. It's
Hiding the
over
body?
with.
Hiding the body in a murder is still an accomplice to murder. Just because you didn't see him stab and just because you didn't see him sever off their head doesn't mean you're not an accomplice, because you still didn't do anything.
Yo,
You helped.
the
You
guy
actively helped.
Yup. And
that
what's
never
crazy,
did anything wrong.
and I don't care about what he says after this. What I care about here
I will not apologize. I have done nothing wrong.
is the chat. Like, you get, like, I know chat's a little behind, right? So we'll give him about 10 seconds to catch up to what he said.
The context matters. And if you're still sticking around the nerds, then you have allowed...
What?
That person called it out right away. Like, if he didn't do anything wrong, so why does he need to be held responsible?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
all them both to take you all for a ride.
I'm down with going for a ride with the nerds people.
Much about who Starman is or anything, but I feel like
See, and that's, again, it's the child's fault. You're a worthless piece of shit. Oh, so it's the child. Oh, it's a minor, so I can't access the Discord, and it claims blah, blah, blah. Sounds like a nerd evil boss right now. Keem, you can go ahead and get fired. Hurt you. The audacity to call Sweet Tea a degenerate. You just lost all credit if you're... Nobody's calling out the fact that he just self-admitted to knowing that minors were victims. Nobody, not Rastov, not Sweet Tea, not any host that comes up there or anything of that nature. Nobody acknowledges or points out the fact that he just admitted to knowing that there were minor victims.
your statements there. There are a couple questions that I had. Are you still friends with him now?
I'll kill chat now. There we go.
Yes, I said I
Yes, I am still friends with the guy who groomed a bunch of kids.
am his accountability partner.
His accountability partner. What special breed of service animal is that? I don't know. I've never heard of it before.
Do you think you're a member of some type of like law enforcement group?
His
that
accountability
specifically is to
partner.
keep people in check? Like you're their faith counselor or whatever. Is that this weird idea you have in your head? Because I promise you, you assigned yourself this dumbass role, and what you're trying to do doesn't make sense to anything that what he had done.
It's crazy. It's like, listen, guys, I don't stop him from grooming kids. I don't report him to the police for grooming kids. What I do, though, is I tell him what he do when he grooms a child. I tell him, bro, you have to take accountability for that.
I just make sure he understands that what he did. That's my job.
I just get him to apologize, and then it's all hunky dory. You know, it's all Gucci Woochie. We're all good. You know. The one and only Puss in Boots. My true crime brain is kicking in. If Starman was ever arrested, can CD be charged as an accomplice for the covering up? So, if he ever did end up getting like charged or anything, I think at this point, because it's been over 12 years, I don't know what the statute of limitations are on grooming. I think that the statute of limitations starts when it stopped. And then from there is like when statute of limitation takes place. So I don't know. What I do know is that most likely the most likely route for them to be able to go is through civil law, which is like suing Starman for emotional damages and stuff of that nature, right? As far as CD-ROM goes, he would be able to be sued for the same thing, for emotional damages and stress and stuff like that, and mental damages, et cetera, et cetera. So criminally, can you potentially see charges being filed? I would say that because of most likely the lack of evidence, like there probably wasn't videos of him doing this with these kids. It's all just spoken word testimony, maybe some DMs and stuff of that nature. I would say the most likely way to go after either one of these people is a civil lawsuit. By the way, as a couple weeks ago, there's evidence he's been grooming kids on Second Life. Yeah, I did see that during this live stream. So those allegations right there, because it's in the new year, new age, this, as a current situation, he could face actual legal ramification and criminal ramifications, because it is an ongoing thing, not something that happened 10 years ago. And again, I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm saying I don't know what the statute of limitations are on this. But enough points, enough dots create a freaking picture, So
I am the one keeping him responsible and being held accountable. He has me to thank that he hasn't gotten into any other trouble with anybody else. I've protected every.
Is it me or does it look like he's reading?
Kind of.
Look at his eyes.
He just said I was the person, his first in line to protect him from getting in trouble. That is,
bro, he's a freaking groomer defender. He's a groomer defender. It's the same way as freaking Just a Robot. Just CD-ROM. Just CD-ROM, bro. Oh my God. But look at his eyes.
I said I'm his accountability partner. I am the one.
He looks down and he starts looking left to right, but no, I don't think he's reading comments. I know he's not reading comments, because when Rastov tells him to read my dono, he looks to his left. He turns almost like a full 30 degrees to his left to read, which would mean he would have chat up on another screen.
Keeping him responsible.
But look at his eyes. He's looking down. He's looking down at what I'm going to assume is a monitor.
And being held accountable. He has me to thank that he hasn't gotten into any other trouble with anybody else. I've protected everybody.
You see how his eyes look like they're going left to right, like he's reading?
Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Maybe.
I'm just saying. Remember, he started out the stream by saying that he is thankful he has responded to this enough times to where he's not angry while he responds to it now. If he didn't have something written down, I'm wrong. But look at his face. Look at his eyes. That's all I'm saying,
buddy.
The thing is, CD. Do you have another question? Sorry, Sweet Tea, I don't want to cut you off again.
I would have to know like the whole story. I feel like of who this guy is. I don't like where you said that he's autistic and you're holding him accountable. That kind of seems like you're undermining what he did.
Yep.
Where did I ever undermine what he did? I said to you,
she's self-admittedly saying on multiple shows. She's self-admittedly said that she has a low IQ. Guess what? She just said, "Oh, I would have, done more."
I would have said more. I would have done worse things. Stinky Poo, that motherfucker is reading. I didn't notice. Good catch. It's so obvious now that you pointed it out. Thomas Mason, he's definitely reading that. Cause see, I'm like, am I right or am I right? It looks like he's reading, right?
You right.
Shout out to Miss Jess again for the other 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Hopefully I didn't get one this time.
No, you got one from I think it was Sick. But you cannot go back and watch that response and see his beady little eyes moving left to right. It looks like he's reading something. And like, there's no freaking way, bro. There's no freaking way. Yes, Thomas, that was
thank you, Sneaky Pootie. I just wanted to say that name. Thank you for thanking Miss Jess. Remember, if you get a gifted sub, don't forget to thank the person who gave it to you.
Yes, don't forget to say thank you to the people who give all the memberships. We appreciate them and we appreciate all of you. Thomas Mason, that was the first piece of pushback he got this whole time. Yes, it was, which is crazy.
You several times that I've never downplayed what he
running
did
for like a good 10 minutes, just explaining everything, walking himself into a tomb.
Yep, and none of them questioning him until Sweet Tea, the one person who's like the most out of the loop here,
and I've
out of her freaking element.
Always admonished him for what he did. I've never defended his actions at all. I've chewed him out publicly, and by the way, I've separated myself from him and his community multiple times.
That's not
that
good.
Tracks with the other. That tracks with what we heard earlier.
Yeah, but that's not good. He's like, guys, oh, by the way, I've left this groomers community so many times, but you kept going back. That's not a defense. That's not the defense you think it is. Like,
what are you, some type of masochist? You like getting your balls stepped on?
He doesn't have them to get stepped on.
Keeps dragging.
Let's just be realistic.
True.
CD-ROM is a man by genitalia alone and nothing else.
Me back. He needs somebody to hold him accountable. And the only person...
Yeah, that's called the United States justice system. The United States justice system, okay?
Person willing to do that is me.
All right, I'm going to turn the TTS back on. Okay.
It's not that they're willing, buddy. It's that you were his shield. You kept him away.
I can promise you. I can promise you. There's a couple of 10,000s of Big Bubba Joe in prison who would keep him accountable for the shit he did. I'm just saying. I think there's plenty of people in Gen Pop who would love to keep him accountable.
In case the fans have any questions.
Now, I want to point this out right here. Rastov says he's turning TTS back on in case the fans have any questions. So he's completely ignoring any non-donated questions, right? So apparently only responding to questions.
My co-host just said something heinous, and now I'm going to make sure TTS is at a low rate or available. That way people can share their money with me to ask questions.
And let's see how many questions they actually answer.
Yeah.
The thing is,
and it isn't just as important to pay attention to the ones they do respond to. It is equally as important to look at the ones they don't respond to.
With the platform that you now have, your
to a higher standard, maybe.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring up chat just so we can all see. This person right here, well said, CD, be proud and keep your head up, raised high. Not many would take the time. You're right, Robbie Thuman. Not many people would take the time to defend a groomer. Most of us know this isn't okay. Jesus Christ. Rastov knows CD is gross, but doesn't care enough to say anything. Yeah. I think Rastov, all he cares about is that dono money.
It's a lot higher stakes now, and when things like this
Phantom
happen...
super chatted $20. Did you report him being up to his same tricks in Second Life that are coming out recently? He is on his redemption arc. Sure.
And this was what Sick was talking about earlier in chat about him still in 2025 grooming kids in another game, in another community.
Did you hear that?
No.
So it was... Let me grab it. That was from Phantom saying, did you report him being...
Yeah,
We
he's not.
didn't hear.
He's not
It just
sharing.
made everything 10 times worse.
Rastov's the only one who can hear. Yeah, they're not like logged in to be able to hear everything, which is even more
Fuck you mean,
damning.
boy.
Which is even more damning when Rastov tells CD to read the donations with the questions, and you can physically see CD turn to read them and still not answer them.
Up to his same tricks in Second Life that are coming out recently, he is on his redemption arc, sure. One second.
Purple Flurp super chatted $20.
I don't know
The
anything
fact
about
he's
his
still
but what
on
he's
your
doing in
life is
Second Life.
disgusting. Rastov, take me off the balls.
I
weight
haven't
loss
like
list and
sat
down
him
to
down
the
and had
bottom
like an
if you
actual
still work
conversation with
this
him in months.
defender.
So he completely talks over Purple Flurp, but Purple Flurp says the fact that he's still in your life is disgusting. Rastov, take me off the balls weight loss list and out of the gay bar if you still work with this defender. You know, big ups to you, Purple Flurp.
Actually, for real.
What were you saying?
I don't know anything about Second Life. I haven't had a conversation with him in several months. All my attention has gone here.
Okay.
And here's 2 donos that are going to be completely ignored because they're not at the high enough dono level to be read out. What are situations and why report to his parents and not police? What happened to that energy, Rastov?
So when was the last time you talked to him?
Months ago. Like several months ago. Maybe 5 months ago.
Okay. So the thing is, like, you're on a, you're in a network with a big platform now, and
CD.
And here comes good old Keemstar. All right, I have to hit the head again, so go ahead and entertain chat for a little bit with your thoughts.
Oh man. Oh, this CD-ROM stuff is just disturbing because the more we look into it, the worse it gets. And with a situation like that, it just every compounding factor is you can feel it tenfold. It's more ridiculous. It just sinks that sinking feeling in your gut further and further when there's all these compounding factors. It's unfortunately ridiculous.
I love the Keem cameo,
don't
to be
remember.
honest. I'm not a Keem hater. I watch H3 and Keem and enjoy the entertainment from both. I'm not a Keem hater either. I think we've all, I've given my opinion on Keemstar plenty of times. There's things I disagree with, things that I give the man props for. I mean, you can't be, you can't consider yourself to be an unbiased party if all you're going to do is just believe things that are rumors or this, that, or the third. You have to give people their props. At the same time, also condone them for the dumb shit they do. But
Yeah.
I heard what you said, and I believe you're being honest. Obviously, I have to look at this stuff that's being spread around too to like really form my opinion.
Yeah.
But you have to understand.
Hayden
Sorry, one second.
313 super chatted $20.
Yeah,
CD
CD
just changed
CD
the
gets
victim
applause,
and
but
praised
not
a
me.
PDF for being
I
different. Good luck,
just did.
weirdo. I feel like
put it
Keem
back
and
on pause.
Rastov should go through everyone.
You got to understand, CD,
Get rid
that
of the
you're now
sickos.
representing the LCU. Rastov shouldn't have to be affected by this. Either should Sweet Tea or anybody in the LCU.
You are, Keem, I'll stop you right there. You are 100% correct, and I will walk Will.
But what does any of this have to do with what he did? None of this. This is all CYA. I'm sorry, Keem. I get what you're saying. Where nobody should have to suffer for the dumb mistakes and choices that he made. Yes, 100%. I agree with you. The problem is what he did. And the reason why it would affect people within the LCU is because what he did was wrong. Like, that's the problem here. That's the only fucking problem. He swept for a groomer.
Willingly.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you need to walk from this individual. I think that
Now I will give a little bit of leeway to Keemstar, but on the other end, it's going to be a double-edged sword. Keemstar didn't see all of all of what was in the docket chat, from my understanding and from some of the stuff in the text messages that we went over. The flip side of that is you shouldn't be defending CD-ROM if you don't know the extent of the shit Starman did that CD-ROM defended. That's like kind of the...
Don't speak about something you don't know.
Oh my God, man. That's just like I said, it was going to be a double-edged sword. I'm going to give him props for one end and condone him on the other. Like, what? Crazy.
Your religion is involved, right? Where it's like,
Fuck his religion.
You're trying to help this person so no more bad does good. But now you're taking all the bullets for this dude. Because like,
this pisses me off. You're trying to help this person by continuing to allow him to be able to conduct a fan base of minors. Jesus Christ. Six says, I'm pretty sure everyone was sent the same docket. Go ahead.
Your quest to help someone should not be bigger than your quest to save someone.
No, he was helping the wrong person. That's the problem. He was helping the wrong person. Six said, I am pretty sure everyone was sent the same docket. You were. I know Xylia Nightmare for sure had it. Yeah, sick. But at the same time, it's whether or not he looked at it. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that would have to be for anybody who had the ability to give access to the docket, because if he did look at it, he would have had to have requested access to it. I'm assuming. They're trying to sweep for CD, but CD sweeping sucks and got off track because of his autism and lack of understanding that a lot of what he's saying is wrong, or CD's a piece of shit too. You know what, Stinky? It could be both. It could just be all of it.
When other people are canceling this guy, if he's as autistic as you're saying, he doesn't even understand it.
But that's all the more reason for him to not be around kids. If he cannot understand why people are saying he is a bad person for grooming kids, he does not need to be around kids. That's it. That's it. That's the bottom line. Y'all are still saying he is too retarded to understand what he's doing is wrong. Then he shouldn't be able to do it anymore. He shouldn't be able to be online, and no one should be defending him. God damn. It's annoying as hell.
You're correct.
So now you're just taking the bullets for trying to do what you think is the right thing. And honestly, what I don't understand is when you went to the parents, why are they allowing him back on the game? Why wasn't he just completely banned from the damn game?
He was. I don't know. I don't have that answer for you. They've done a number of things to try to like essentially take more freedom away from him, just to keep him like under tighter and tighter watch.
Apparently not tight enough. Niggas still got an ability to access online. How tight of a leash do they have this dude on if he's literally in 2025? Yeah, they tied the leash on, but they didn't kick out the chair.
Jesus.
They tied the leash on, but didn't kick out the chair. I think I found the issue here. Oh, man. Fuck this nigga. Fuck him. And anyone who defends him. Wood chipper for all y'all.
CD, if you want to continue here, you're going to have to cut all ties with this friend.
Okay, I understand.
Just so you know. And again, you know, I know more shit's going to come out, and I gotta look at what the truth is. I know you guys aren't happy with how I dealt with nerds, but I got to look at stuff fairly. I can't run off of emotion. I got to run off the fact.
And I hate when he says this. I have to look at stuff fairly, but Keem, if you didn't look at the freaking docket, you're not looking at this fairly. And if you did look at the fucking docket, I don't understand how you could say you're looking at this fairly. Like, I mean, Zeph, am I wrong or am I wrong? Like, which one is it? Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I wrong? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand, but you know,
Facts that I know.
Well, all right. Well, what about the person that fucking gave them the information then? Because they actively hunted and gave them people's info. They gave them screenshots of his friends' names.
Before we have this argument, I'd rather you just present your case on this show. I'm watching, and I'll join in when you're done for the case that you present, and I'll make a decision.
And this is the crazy part. This is why I'm saying Rastov is a fucking snake ass person, okay? His whole focus is, oh, but what about the person who found out that CD-ROM was a pedophile defender? What about them? What type of actions are going to come after him, after that person? We should really be focusing on the person who outed CD-ROM for being a PDF defender.
It's just shifting the blame. Like that you're trying to somehow make them responsible for this. It's not how that works.
It's literally what Rastov is saying. Well, Keem, nobody would like know about this if Lisi hadn't found it out. Like, we should really punish Lisi because Lisi found out this information about CD and put you in this position. Not that CD put you in this position.
When the news talks about a murder, when a news station talks about a murder, is it even remotely logical to blame the news station for the murder? No.
Mhm. Exactly, sick. Actively hunted, aka found his DeviantArt account on Google, which he connected his public Facebook to. Yes. This is the exact same thing as fucking Egg Picker, bro. This is the same thing where that motherfucker had all of his gay furry art on his Reddit and his not safe for work shit on his Reddit. No. Like, it's the same thing, bro.
Holy shit.
Dude, that's literally what I was, because it started with furries, right? And it just kept getting worse. It's the same thing that happened with Egg Picker. It started with furries and it just kept getting worse from there.
What if he's like StarMan3? You know, there's 3 of them at this point. He's Egg Picker, StarMan3.
King could care less about the truth, Thomas. I mean, you know, there are definitely times where I would call him out for sweeping. I'm sorry, and this is 100% one of those times. Keem, I feel bad, man, but like at the same time, bro, it feels like you were trying to give this motherfucker every out, and you damn near said it on rewind. You're like, bro, I was trying to help you, and you just kept on digging a hole for yourself. Like, that's not what you want to hear when going after a PDF defender. I'm sorry. It's just me.
I understand this is something you want to talk about.
I'm just fucking heated. I get it. Appreciate you jumping up and
all right, CD,
helping out.
I just believe you. I believe you. I met you in real life. I believe you. But I also think, dude, you really need to cut ties with some of these weirdos.
Bro,
you know,
you really gotta cut ties.
Give him that layup, like, hey, buddy, I know what you're saying right now, but you gotta say this other thing because you're walking towards an edge you can't come back from. He is swinging out the rope so that way he can grab on. He's giving him the life raft.
He's literally saying to him, I believe you, but you really gotta not be friends with pedophiles anymore, bro. Like,
that's the worst that this can be. Let's start walking it back.
Crazy. Ken, bro, what's worse, premarital sex or forgiving a pedo? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I think Jesus Christ might look more favorably on premarital sex than defending a PDF and actively helping them to create a environment for children, aka victims.
Like, you got to look through these misfits and rejects that you've adopted in your friend group and say, whoa, this person is so off brand, like, you know, of who I am as a person. I can't be associated with them. You can't save everyone, CD.
You're right, I can't.
No, but he should have been focusing on saving the kids, maybe the kids rather than the person who victimized them. And that's the crazy part. He's over here saying you can't save everybody in reference to him trying to save a pedophile. You can't save all the pedophiles, CD-ROM. There's too many of them. Oh, God.
All right. See you guys.
All right. I'm going to turn the TTS back on.
Maxis Corrupt Super Chatted $20. CD, I can appreciate your point of view, but TBH, this person needs to be out of your life and probably in an institution.
And here comes me from the three-pointer, shooting in a complete swish and no fucking reaction, okay? No fucking reaction. Keem giving him the talking points and a life lesson all in one sentence, and CD still not getting it. You're right, Stinky Poo. So this was the first attempt to try and get these people to recognize that CD-ROM openly admitted to knowing that there were victims, that there were hurt people who were hurt, that there were minors who were hurt. And let's just look and see how it is that Rastov and CD-ROM, respond to this.
The Lasting Opinion super chatted $19.99. Quick question, you said you changed it to 18 plus so there would be no more victims. So that means there was victims? And exactly what do you mean by victim?
I thought this was a very simple question. You said that you changed it so there would be no more victims. So that means you knew there were victims. And what exactly do you mean victim? Like, what is your definition of a victim here, basically? So let's hear what Rastov has to say. And remember, Rastov's the only person who can hear these donos.
All right, they're finished playing. You want to address anything that came up?
Do you want to address anything that came up? So the only two things that came up was the person saying he deserves to be in an insane asylum and me asking him questions about what it is that he said.
I didn't hear anything.
CD says he doesn't hear anything.
Oh, okay, well,
That's
you can read it. Just have.
So Rastov tells him he can read it.
You should read it, buddy.
Look
Hey,
what
buddy,
CD says.
you should read that one. That's what he's trying to do.
Yep. Rastov says you should go ahead and read it. So look at what CD does.
A quick read. The thing
Turns his motherfucking head to read the damn dono.
is, like, yeah, you there's a lot more people now that you are in front of. So you...
And then he just turns away. He doesn't say shit. He doesn't do anything. He reads the fucking dono and completely avoids it. Does absolutely nothing. Rastov tells him, you should read it. He goes to read it. Reads my dono. Doesn't say shit.
Zilch. Nothing. Nada.
Not a fucking word, bro.
Wild work, brother.
Not a
wild
word.
work.
Bro. Bullshit, dude. Rastov gets out of directly telling him what was said, so that way he can't be avoided, basically, right? If Rastov says and regurgitates my freaking dono, gives CD the ability, the out, by asking him, do you want to respond to anything? CD reads and decides, no, I don't have anything I want to say in response to that. Why is it? Probably because he doesn't have a fucking response. He was probably reading that like, oh shit, did I say that? Fuck. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh my God.
You definitely need to set a good example, right? Because there's more people that could potentially get hurt by this shit. And I can appreciate that you want to help everybody, but you can't help everybody.
I could understand this for a crackhead. For a freaking crackhead, I could understand this for a gambling addict. I could understand this for a smoker. I could understand this for a drinker. I cannot understand somebody using that as an excuse of, I can understand you want to help everybody, and that's why you help this PDF. I can understand you want to help everybody as a good Christian boy, and that's why you covered up for this fucking degenerate groomer. Bro. Facts, Thomas. Implicit cover up, bro. Jesus Christ. 100% cover up. I won't take any of CD's naivete as an excuse. Keem said CD is just too stupid to comprehend like everyone else. There's no excuse for that jackass. Facts, Cackletar. There is none. If CD is truly this retarded to where he would defend a groomer with all the evidence that's out there, he doesn't need to be anywhere around the goddamn community. Remember, this is the safest community ever. The Discord is so safe.
Safest Discord community on the internet.
Yeah. No.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Not even
dude.
close.
This is retarded. There's no way. If he's so dumb he would defend a groomer, then what? It sounds like CD-ROM's cutoff for this type of bullshit is if it goes IRL. And then he has a problem with it, which should tell you a lot about CD. The amount of times he said that nothing ever happened in person and that he wasn't convicted. Those are CD's requirements. It has to go IRL and he has to get convicted for CD to realize that this dude is an actual freaking predator.
You're right. I can't.
You know, so
And it's I know it's Christian values to like always try to accept people and try to show them God no matter what, but
Lily_1989 super chatted $26.90. CD,
Oh,
you
good
dirty
point. I
horrible
think
beast.
she's
She
very
was
right.
13 and he was 23 and you victim blamed.
Who are we talking about? Iris?
So he responds to that one. The victim blaming. But he doesn't respond to the freaking dono calling him out for admitting that he knew about the freaking child victims. Stinky Poo, he has autism and excusism.
She's not a victim, dude. She's not a victim. She never was.
can you
So
explain
she's
to
a
us
liar.
like what?
Yeah,
She's
he's
just a
calling
straight up liar.
He's calling her a liar, which is why people want to hear her side of it, you know. How did he hear it all of a sudden? You know what, Ash? That's a good question. How did he hear it now? I thought he couldn't hear them true. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a good question. Did Rastov do something to where he could hear it now?
How she wasn't a
don't know.
victim?
I already explained
He
it to
did-
you.
he
She
did
was
before.
desperate for attention. She created several alternate accounts impersonating other people.
Look, I got one thing I need to show
$100.
everybody.
I do feel
because
bad for you guys.
yeah, no, you can do it on your
Zay
own
and
show.
Buff were the first lolco channels I subbed to because they worked off of each other well, but they get way too serious
No,
for
get
something.
out.
No,
Booting
this
Zay
is-
off when she's trying to
be
show
entertained.
evidence,
Yeah. And Rastov
trying
doing
to force him to look at what he's done, and just boot it off like that. What the fuck, Rastov?
well, and you take a look at Rastov's fake anger.
Do it on
here.
your show.
Take a look at his fake anger here. He's like,
Entertainment.
no, not on my show. Not on my show. I'm so angry right now. Not on my show. Fucking bullshit, fake ass Rastov, dude.
CD Keem is looking out for you. That guy is bad juju.
Thank you, Perp. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Her-
Fuck, man. This whole thing just fucking sucks. I hate shit like this. I hate that like this, the shit like this. Bro, seriously.
Now Buff
Sweeping for
coming
this-
in.
Do it on your own
Yup.
fucking show, bro. Do it on your own fucking show.
Yeah, guys, if you have questions, do it on your show. On our show, when our co-host is being accused of defending a groomer, we don't ask questions here, okay? We don't ask questions. We don't stick it to them. We don't investigate their story. We just sit here and we just let them talk and let everyone talk for them and give him all the answers he could potentially need. If you guys want to, facts, you need to go somewhere else, okay? Because here on the Lol Cal Tech Talk, they don't do facts. Okay, they don't do facts. Jesus Christ.
You had your 2 hours. You had your 2 hours and 15 minutes. You doxing pricks. Get the
Get
fuck
on
off my...
your high horse. You can't be on your high horse after
Get out.
doxing season.
Bro, it's not a high horse. I think I speak for the majority of the universe when I say that most people will forgive doxing if doxing happened to freaking a pedophile defender. Just saying. Just saying. And I know that it also potentially happened to his family. We haven't seen whether or not that's true. But I'm more than willing to forgive Buff than I am to forgive CD-ROM. I'm just saying.
There's scales to the things that you can do, and
That just
one
ain't
is
it.
definitely below the other.
Yo, Stinky Poo, let Zay and Buff speak. I hate Zay, but come on. And you know what? That's the other thing, too. It's like in situations like this, regardless if you like or dislike a host, that doesn't even matter at that point. It's like the community comes together and is like, no, this is some fucked up shit that needs to be taken care of. Rastov acting like he was friends with the PDF, bro. Quit cucking the content or whatever they say.
Seriously, jump in again. I'm taking
Get
your
off
host
your
role.
fucking high horse.
Jump in.
You want to talk about a high horse? Listen to this dude. Jump in again, and I'm taking away your host role while you try and expose a grooming defender, a PDF defender, bro. Jesus Christ. Cackle tart. I'm not a fan of Buff. I'm not a Buff fan, much of a Buff fan, but what they did wasn't malicious, a stupid mistake. Exactly. It was an accident. It was a mistake. And let's be realistic. Of all the people who would get harassed, not saying it's okay, not condoning it, but of all the people who would get harassed, it would be fucking CD, not his family. You know what I'm saying? Again, the softballs Keem and Billy tried to give CD was nauseating for him to fit an error. It was. They just walked him through an explanation. They walked him through a response because they listened to his response. In my opinion, they listened to his response and was like, that's a shitty response. We need to workshop this and make it something people would be okay with listening to.
And again, I'm taking your host role. I'm not playing this shit. You had 2 hours and 15 minutes. Get the fuck out. Talk about it on your own show.
Lily _
1 second.
1989 super chatted $26.90. Beast, 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 beast.
Yeah, Rastov's a sweeping little bitch. He ain't got no energy.
These are the fucking people, right?
What happened to the energy on live where you were like, I don't feel safe in this community. I don't feel safe here. Oh no.
They doxed
I'm
him.
so fucking
They
mad.
doxed the poor lad. I don't feel safe.
Look at this little angriness.
These are the fucking people, right? I'm so fucking mad.
This reminds me of R. Kelly just, I'm fighting for my life out here. I'm fighting for my life.
Not really, bro. Honestly.
He's so angry. I'm so mad. I'm angry. You exposed my host as being a groomer defender.
I don't want these fucking scumbags on my show. I don't want these scumbags on my show. They fuck.
Yeah, they're scumbags because they messed up, but you're totally fine with a grooming defending piece of shit like CD-ROM.
Fucking
Yeah.
See-
That's getting all overlooked now because they wanted to show last fucking minute fucking some crazy shit.
Yeah, some crazy shit. What a great way to describe
That's
it,
crazy
sweetie.
shit. Yeah.
Just crazy. Just crazy. Sexting with a 12-year-old, crazy. Asking to take pictures of of minors and stuff like that, craziness. Just weird craziness.
Bro.
I knew it when it was happening on Nerds. I was like, yeah, this is all going to get over. The doxing's always
One second,
get
one second.
Super
overlooked.
chatted $19.99.
I just want to say this. The doxing isn't getting overlooked. Two things can be bad at the same time. Freaking Buff accidentally doxing, potentially doxing people in his family, bad. CD-ROM defending a groomer, also bad. Two things can be bad, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it just cancels them out. We take it and compartmentalize it. Buff fucked up. And CD-ROM is a fuck up, okay?
And they got punished. They got their time slot moved from fucking, I think, like 2 to 4 to fucking 4 a.m. in the morning. The worst spot in the network, mind you.
Yo. And honestly, had it just been the doxing thing and that happened, I'd have been like, all right, cool. But now that they freaking exposed CD-ROM for all this shit, I'm over here like, put them back. Put them back to their time spot. I don't give a damn at this point about no accidental. Fuck that. Who cares? In my opinion, who gives a damn? Not now. Fuck no. Let them burn.
Sense. Okay, but WTH, how
And by him, I'm obviously talking about CD-ROM.
is a 13-year-old not a victim? Fucking weird, man.
Yup.
Are you listening to these?
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
I'm not.
Yes, he's listening to him. He just doesn't want to respond to him. Look at him. He's almost annoyed being asked if he can hear these questions.
Are you listening to these?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what do you want me to say? Like, what? What do you want me to say? I already said that he's not a bad guy. Like, what? Fuck out of here.
You guys don't know the situation. I do. I understand you're all upset. The truth of the matter is that Iris was not a victim. She was an aggressor.
Lizzie super chatted $19.99. Zayn Buffco, fist emoji, yourselves, you untalented pos.
Yeah, you cunts aren't welcome. You cunts aren't welcome on this show again. You cunts aren't welcome on this show, you doxing pieces of shit. You stay the fuck away from me. You stay the fuck away from Sweet Tea. You stay the fuck away from anyone associated us in real life. All right? And I know who gave you that fucking information too, and we're going to get to that. Because that piece of shit needs to get banned. All right? You know what? Fuck that. I'm doing this now.
Yeah, I really... he bans Lisi. Lisi ended up getting banned, and now she's brought back and everything like that. What happens from here is just more sweeping. Keemstar comes in and is like, oh, by the way, this, that, and the third. And then freaking Billy ends up coming in later to do basically a lot more of just what the fuck they've all been doing, which is sweeping for him. So I want to just kick right over here to freaking rewind. We're going to go...
From zero to hero, we rise up tall. T-Lo, we cover them all.